Hi, welcome back to another ARCHICAD speed modeling tutorial by ASM Tech Base. My name is Carsten MD. This tutorial is focusing on how to create inclined shapes. You see, even the slab here is on an angle. The wall, glass is on an angle. We got some frames, choose columns, all on an angle, and obviously, as you can see, you're actually getting smaller and smaller up. Plus, obviously, now a nice top shell roof with some glass in it. Let's get going then. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel to help me out to get better found on YouTube. Thank you. This tutorial is focusing on how to create inclined shapes. You see, even the slab here is on an angle. The wall, glass is on an angle. We got some frames, choose columns, all on an angle, and obviously, as you can see, you're actually getting smaller and smaller up. Plus, obviously, now a nice top shell roof with some glass in it. All right, that's what we do. Let's get going then. To create this high-rise conceptual design, we need to lay some groundwork in 2D. I'm starting up with an ellipse here, and these are just pieces of arcs. Okay, what I did is I created this side, and from the middle I just mirrored that over. Okay, because then it's much easier to have the exact same arcs on both sides. So to get the setback here, first thing you got to do is we select here. You can select those two actually, and you use the, this seems grouped. Let's just ungroup this. I don't want to group this for now. So you select those two, and you use this tool here that you can offset several times. So I click on this, and if you go here, you got to make sure you obviously are in that arc tool. So let's go back here, and we go there. See, now you get the tool. I already clicked on this, and if you hold space bar and you click, and it gives you an offset here. Now I want to do 1 meter offset 10 times, so 10 meters. So what you have to do is you just put in a distance of 1 meter, hit enter, and then you put 2 meter. 3. Okay, it's quite simple, little bit of work, but it really doesn't take long at all. Okay, 8, 9, 10, and enter again. Now some of you maybe think, oh look, I could just take this, right, and we could use this tool here, and we just drag, and we do increment spread 1 meter. But I'll show you what happens. It doesn't work exactly, because what you do is you drag this, and as you can see, it does not work. I mean, obviously you have 1 meter, but it just wouldn't work exactly. All right, so that's why we have to do it with this tool down here. Great, so we got this. Now, because I want to get smaller and smaller in here, you can't just keep copying same and and it just works. So you have to do a little bit of groundwork in regards to do it a bit of manual. The first thing is I can still do is actually is this one here, and we rotate this, distribute 10, and you just click here and here. So let's do this. Oops, I obviously have to rotate this. Hang on a second. Rotate to path. Even though you don't use a path, it seems to need to pick this one. There you go. Now again, this is design phase, so I just do this roughly, go by eye, because you're just designing this, and we just click here like this. There we go. Great, so next step is we take this arc, and let's just duplicate this once, and I'll show you how we do the next step. So you got this here, and you click here, and then with this tool you can fill it and chamfer. So let's just put in 5,000. I'll show you what happened. There you go. It's just nicely smooth this out. Now I want to go a bit further than that, so let's just do another step. And you probably saw I had 20,000 in there because it's a bit of trial and error till you're happy. So I had 20,000 and I like it like that. Okay, so I'll show you one more time before I do all the other ones. So we drag a copy here, there, and obviously you have to take the next one here, and all you have to do now, because it's 20 there, just click again. All right, let's do the other ones quickly. Okay, that's the way it looks now. Pretty nice and smooth. I like it that way. Look, again, obviously, you know, you can adjust it even further if you're not happy the way it's smoothing out. But for my tutorial, this looks pretty good. So to mirror this, let's just delete this. I don't really need this, don't I? It's much easier that way. So select all this, get rid of that, and we mirror a copy. There we go. Right, so that's our 2D groundwork, and we can now keep working with this and create our nice building design. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I added colors to my setbacks. It's easier to follow. So, and one more thing actually, before I start copying stuff around, I really want to cut this off. So you select this and we cut this, split this, and it has to where they end here. There you go. Tick. So you go straight and you're going to go that way. And we delete. We don't need this. So they're all nicely connected now. There. Right, so let's copy everything up. We're at the ground floor at the moment. Let's just take this. Oh, I can show you what I got. Obviously, I've even shown you that. I got the ground floor 5 meters high, and then we got levels at 3,600 up to level 21 and the roof. So back to my ground level. So we select this and you go up to the next level and you just paste this in. So we do this, make sure you got the original location if you haven't zoomed out. Okay, so now it's zoomed out. So if I go to the next level, paste in, it won't ask me again. So let's do this up to level 10. Right, so we've got 10 levels now, and look, it's easier to delete what we don't need. So let's go back down. That's why I do this, because otherwise you have to select copy. So level 1, I want to start with this. Let's go up to level 2. So level 2, I don't need this one. So let's just delete this, but I want to keep this, and you delete the other ones. You can see now it's easier with the colors. So the next one will be green to keep. Zoom in a bit more. Green to keep. There we go. All right, perfect. That's great. So next step is I like to add a slab. So we go in here, and I like the material to be a ceiling material at the bottom. So it's all ceiling. Hang on. Ceiling at the bottom. There we go. Ceiling at the side for now will do. And at the top we could add a floor. Let's do floor number 1. And we put this on a layer called floors. Alright, make it 1 meter thick, 0 to the current ground floor level, and then we go okay. So as we usually do, we use our magic wand tool and we click, and as you can see, this is actually quite good because I wanted to add a balcony here, so I don't want to have this the same material. So you go here, click, so that's the material. Let's have a quick look. So if we look at that in 3D, that's what we got. So we put this on a different material. That's for later for the rendering as example. Let's just put this on floor 2, and we do ceiling 2. For this tutorial, that's great. I can keep it on floors, you can move it, you can say it's balconies. Maybe you should put on balconies, that's fine. And I always like to have different colors so I know what I'm doing when I select. There you go. So you got 2 different colors here now, and in 3D, there we go. Great. Now again, be careful if you're not happy with the way it's doing the magic wand tool. This is good, but sometimes, you know, depending on your magic wand tool settings, remember it will do them differently. All right, cool. So I got this. Now let's go up to the next level. Okay, level 2, we click here. Now you gotta be careful here. If I go back to level 1, so you got this and this, level 2, it should really go to that and not to that. So you gotta be a bit careful here. It's underneath. If I can have a look if we're able to maybe tell ARCHICAD what to do, you know, because I really wanted to go. Yeah, that doesn't seem to work, unfortunately. So sometimes that's the way it goes. You have to add a line. There you go. Take the line, add, and now you go back to your slab. There you go. So if I go to the next level up, probably the same thing will happen. It won't. I think I just had this before. Ooh, ooh. There we go. Great. Go up again. And this one. Oh, look at the. Oh, if you're in the middle here, this is good. Watch this. If I'm up here, that's good. So I don't need this line. Very clever. Very clever. Sort of. Doesn't seem to work on this one. Ah, well, there you go. So I just keep going this with this quickly to not bore you too much. Okay, so last one done. Let's have a look what we got in 3D. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, you can see it's clearly going backwards. All right, this is great. So now you have to do the whole thing, of course, again with the balcony tool, but that's cool because we should be able to now just pick this one, go up, and now obviously we can very easy do all of those. Okay, last one. All right, again, see, starting to look good. Great. Okay, for the next 10 levels we do something different. We will reduce the whole plate like with this offset tool here. Okay, as you can see, I can't go as you have here every 1 meter for 10 meters, you know, 10 levels, as I can only go to about, yeah, it stops at 8.7, and you see that's where the corner is that stops. So to make it look over here, to make this a little bit round like this, I think 6 looks still good. So let's do 10 levels at 600 mil. So we got 600 for the first one. Oops, I gotta copy this first up, of course. So let's just copy this. So you go to level 12 and you paste this in, and now we'll select and we reduce that by 600. Okay, 600, and you have to do this one too. Now I could merge them, but I want to keep them different materials, so you can't really do that. So you just got to do it twice, and of course into the middle here you see you have to go 600 here too, and close. So that closes perfectly again. Now you got this one, you copy and go up again. So we do this 10 times. I speed this up for you. Okay, so this didn't quite work out with going 300, 300. As you can see, let's go down the levels. It starts, I didn't notice, you know, it starts to slightly go off, but again, you know, it's a design phase, so you just have to, for now, go like this, you know, going all those corners and just make it look nice. I do this also quickly. Okay, so that's good. Let's have a look what we got in 3D now. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so the next bit is now we add some glass walls. All right, actually, you know what? I think I find them a little bit thick, so let's just make them 600. The slab thickness. Yeah, that's much better. All right, I like to go down to my ground floor because at the moment I don't have anything here, so I should really, first of all, turn on my street, which I got here, and I should really also cut my holes in here, otherwise that won't work. So let's go to slab, and really wouldn't mind going out here. Okay, so as you can see, it's not that easy, so we go up here, and we got those tools, so copy them down, because I haven't changed those. There we go. As my magic moment tool doesn't really want to do it because there's just too many lines here, so let's just go to my circles, select them all, and I really have to move them onto another layer I can turn off. So drawing file, it's locked. So let's unlock this, and yeah, that's fine. Okay, and we move those to the drawing file. So if I turn this off now, let's have a quick look how much we got left. Aha, you see, you can use this one, that works much better, because if you have different like arcs or lines or whatever, I'll just do it all in once. There you go. So now if I hopefully select this, I should be able to cut a hole much easier. Yeah, not quite easy, but that will do. So cut a hole here, cut a hole here. Okay, so if I select this, you will see there's a hole in there, and also got a road. Just have a quick look where my road is. Okay, obviously got there, and I think that's okay now. The road, is the road cut out? No, it's not cut out. Watch this. See, the road is not cut out. So if you want to cut it out, you can. See, I had to draw that underneath, but you know, for this purpose, we just leave it. All right, great. So I've got in 3D now my setting here. Start up with the, I could use the curtain wall, but the curtain wall has a problem with when you go on an angle and it's round like an ellipse or something, it will not step back. I'll show you. So what this means is curtain wall, this one here, it works if you draw a straight line. I'll show you that quickly. So that's the curtain wall, you know, in 3D, looks great. And we can obviously select this and say, oh look, just make this 60. All right, see, it's beautiful, I love it, but it only works on a straight curtain wall. So that's the problem, because obviously we got ellipses. So what we have to do is, we have then to draw, as in one of my other tutorials, we just draw walls. And I like to start not on the ground floor, because I want to make sure it's all fitting. I start on this in level 1. Okay, so level 1, I take a wall, and remember we got 3/6 from level to level. I made now the slab 600, that means I can do the wall 3000. Okay, which is in my case, you can see it's glass. So for now, glass 50, that's fine, and I put it on a window layer. So if I click this in here now this works perfectly. So if I go into 3D, you can see my glass is there. Okay, and the good thing is with the glass, I can angle the glass. All right, if I need to, and that is like really nice. Now for my purpose, actually, you know what, this is actually a balcony, so I don't really need this all the way around. So that was not good. It's just under this step, because I wanted to just go along here. Let's see if I can manage to take just this one. So if you can't get it, sometimes it's good, you zoom in and then more. Yeah, see, there you go, it does take it. So I gotta be in a wall, obviously. There you go. Okay, so if I go into 3D now, it clearly cut that just where I wanted. All right, that is pretty good. Okay, now obviously you don't have mullions, so what we have to do is we just create some mullions with our column tool, and then we just sweep them along here. Because further up, when we use the column tool and the wall, we can actually angle the column and the wall the same angle, and it will look quite nice. So column, let's go to the column tool. I like to add a column, let's make them the same, 100 mil and 3, that's good. Window frame material, and I put them on 3D window frame layer. So add in the middle, or no, actually add it up here. There we go. So you zoom in, you click there, and you click again, because I wanted to move this so it's more perpendicular to the to our ellipse. Okay, great. So this is good, and now we sweep this along. and we do this by, let's spread it out by 2 meters. I think that's not bad. And we got to pick a path and rotate to path. Let's just see what happens. You can always undo this if you're not happy with that. So we take the path. Okay, you need to go back to the middle here. There you go. See, it's starting to, ooh, I didn't take the whole path. See, that's, I should have zoomed out. Let's escape and try this again, because I've got to get the right path here. Let's try again. Right. If the path doesn't connect, then we have to fix this. Okay, what could happen is also have a look. Yeah, it's because it takes the window. All right, so let's escape. What we do is we just turn the window slab off. So this is window layer, this one here. Let's try again. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right. So we pick a path. Actually, gotta zoom out, right? Yeah, this is better. So it picks this long path here. So okay, and you gotta make sure you go back to the exactly here. There you go. Let's have a look. Yeah, that seems to work much better. So all the way around. And obviously, you know, I mean, the last one won't fit exactly, but yeah, let's just go there. All right, I think that's pretty good. And you do another one, you just drag this and you drag this over here. Great, so let's have a quick look. Actually, you know what, I don't really need all the levels all the time for now, because I'm working on this one level. So level 1, ground 2, let's make it level 3. That will do. So in 3D we only see those levels. See, there you go. Now that's 2 meters. If that's too close, maybe you should do them more, because there'll be a lot of columns, isn't there? So, you know what? See, just undo step, and we do this again, and go here, and let's just make it 3. Might be a bit more easy on the memory of your computer. I don't think it matters much, but look. Alright, last one there, perfect. And again, this one just have to move a bit towards the middle here. Alright, great, so let's have another look. I think that's better, 3 meters apart. You could go even more, but for now, that looks good. Great, now we want to do this along here too, obviously, so in this case, I actually just want to, let's, you know what? This one we really want to have straight, isn't it? Oops, let's rotate this straight. Again, if you want, this is a, you know, this is just a design phase. If you want to have this more exact, you have to really work this out. Okay, but for now, I think this will do just fine. So I run roughly 3 meters along here, which won't fit exactly, but watch this. So what we do is we spread it again. We don't pick a path, and you go from there. Okay, you see, yeah, we're just missing out. So if you want this exactly, you can actually look, you got 1, 2, 3, actually you can see how many is still selected. Watch this. There we go. 10 columns are selected. So what you could do is we could undo this and we just distribute. That's coincident, okay, 10. But now if you do this again, we will have the same amount of columns, roughly 3 meters, a bit less than 3 meters apart, obviously. There we go. And we take this out. And we do have this. Yeah. Remember, the glass is in there. I just turned it off. So go there. That's the glass. Now at the moment, the glass is exactly along here. Okay. So it goes where the column is. I don't really like this. So what there's a couple of things you can just offset the glass by 20. There you go. If it goes that way, obviously not that good. So you got to go minus 20. And now you have a gap in there. Great, looking good. Okay, so now this is the step. Then we go and do up, but let's just do a handrail first. So for this, I will take a standard handrail we got in here. Let's see what we got. handrail. And let's just take some nice glass ones. I hope I got a glass one. Yeah, this one, perfect. Double click. And now I like to, see, I don't want to go all the way around, so you got to be careful here. Now, again, this is, you know, if it doesn't work, what you have to do is, actually in this case, I should really take those ones. Yeah, there we go. So you drag it out here, and we obviously don't need suspend groups. We don't need this one. All right. Now you're still on the railing, and you know, there you go. Now this, otherwise the whole handrail would have gone all the way around along the front facade. I mean, the front of the window. I didn't want that. So now take this. You can always flip them. There you go, it's in the middle now, that's actually not bad, and we drag that back. And then we have to have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Great, that drew in the raw guide. All good. I should have checked this before, obviously, but I didn't. So this has to be, yes, I don't want this 3, 3, I want this 0 from my slab. There you go. See, looking good. I like it. Now again, you know, obviously you can see there's a bit overlapping here. You have to adjust this in your actual design. But for my tutorial, this has to do with handrail. You could click and adjust it, obviously. See, 35 here. You just move that around a bit because it's a bit floating, isn't it? All right, I do it. Oops. Oh, that doesn't even do that. See, there you go. Oh, it does. So I didn't see that one. So -100. Gotta click in here. So it moved inside. There you go. Okay, so now you can also, same with the windows, we can go up and repeat that a couple of times. But before you do this, you gotta make sure, I'll show you, see, this obviously you have to adjust because they're going straight. So this one here, you have to adjust on each level. I'll show you quickly. So if I'm going up to level 2 and we show level 1 as trace reference, you can see the difference. Okay, so you gotta select this one here and you just have to move it out. Okay, and up here you just go and move this out. There we go, and you adjust the arc a little bit. Let's have a quick look in 3D. There you go, and obviously you have to do this one too. So because I do in a tutorial, I design while I go along, you know, showing you what we do here. So you gotta be more accurate, but that's obviously what you have to do. All right, I'll just do some more stories for now. Very quick for you. Okay, I'm up to level 10 now, and let's see how that looks. All right, yeah, see, that's perfect. So done all this all the way around. Yep, looking good. Now we go to the next bit, because as you can see, those ones are straight here, but from now on, we go smaller and smaller, you know, sort of it goes on an angle. Now, how do we do this? Okay, first thing I do is I go up to the next level. And I like to actually get rid of the balcony for now. So let's just delete this and delete this, and we just select this, delete again, and we paste in our new slab with this magic wand tool. So, okay, so you zoom in, and now obviously we got the same material. Okay, I do this with all of them into the top levels. Okay, so let's get back here, and the next bit obviously, that's just as before, you use the wall and you just click the wall in. All right, for now let's go and limit that to 15 from 10, and if I go into 3D, it doesn't show me all the levels. All right, so you see at the moment that's the way it looks. Oh, okay, gotta do this one first quickly. I forgot about that one. So let's go back, undo this. Okay, so that looks hopefully better. Let's have another look. Yeah, okay, so that's fixed now. All right, let's go back to our level 11, which I have just turned that one off. Okay, so we got this now, and again we use the magic wand tool, wall. So you go into 3D and you can see that now the wall is obviously straight. Now to get that angle right, I move this elevation into the middle here. See from the arc here, we got the middle. Yeah, you can see it there. Yeah, there's the tick. It's the middle from the ellipse. Not sure why it doesn't show up, but anyway, so we got them level 2 now. Sorry, elevation 2. All right, so look here. Okay, so now you can obviously measure the exact angles. All you have to do is hit M. You go there. Don't worry about the word. I'll fix it in a moment. And we go there. So it's 101.31. Okay, escape, back out. We go to the wall. Select all the walls, and we go in here, and we put now 101.31 in here. Let's see what happens. All right, back to the elevation. And there you go. That's the wrong way around, but that's cool. So maybe a bit better shown in 3D. Yeah, so it's going outside. Okay, so we have to now deduct 11.31 from 90. So let's do that again. We select all the wall. So normal is 90. You now take 11.3 away, which is 78. What did you have? 131. Yeah, okay. 0.7. Let's have a look how we do with that. All right, that's much better. And now you have to obviously select this. I'm grouped, and this is just the offset of the wall. So if I do 0, let's see where it goes. There we go. We got 50 thickness. Let's do minus 50 then. Or hang on, 50 first. I think it's going. Yeah, it's going this way. All right, perfect. Back into our 3D, and we can see for now. Don't worry, this again we have to fix this up. But here it works perfectly right. So we show the next level up. So 11, and we go to 12, and we show 11. Straight threads. You can see now the difference. Now, of course, I'm making this up as I'm going. The tutorial, the design is a conceptual design. I think we changed this. So what I do is, let's just get rid of this. So we take this one. Oh, that's a bit loud. Oopsie dipsy. And we go to level 12, and I've got show tray frame just to make sure. I thought so. Okay. So we take this one, delete this, and now we just put a new one in. So it's one piece, and you got to be careful. You have to move this. I'll show you if you go to our elevation here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, see it's sticking out at the moment. All right. So you got to go there, and it's very simple. We move this to there, the end of the glass, of the the angle glass. See, there you go, perfect. Now the other bit is you can also angle actually the. I have to do it in 3D. You can angle the slab edge too, which we do because then it will fit even better. So let's do this. Okay, in 3D, see, you can do the same here. You can select, and you can just click on the edge here, and we can say, okay, this one here is 78.7, and it's important you got to click it to all edges. Okay, and as I can see, it went this time the other way around. Very nice. So the slab edge needs 101.31. Let's make it 0.3, and we need all edges. Yeah, that's better now. See, Now watch this, you go to the elevation and it will overlap a little bit. Now you can, let's move to there. So what you have to do is you have to measure there to there. It's 69. Okay, so we go back into our 3D and you select this and you just reduce this. There we go, by 69. Back to our elevation. Perfect. Okay, so in 3D this looks now really nicely closed off, as you can see everywhere. Perfect. What I think we do now is, because I can see if we go up to all the levels to the top, let's have a quick look. Yeah, I want to do this with all the levels, so I might be better off just deleting all those, and then we copy this one up and we just reduce. I show you. Let's just do this. Okay, because it's a learning curve. You do design and you come across something, oh, you know, you can do better or easier. So that's what I do. So I can go up now and create another wall here. We can do it in 3D once if you want. So we just take this and you, oh no, I gotta be careful. I want to put it on that level. It's probably better to do it this way. Yeah, okay, we're here, and you know, go one level down because you got to pick. There you go, you pick it, go up, and now we can just try to really get along this one. Got to be very careful here. That's the one. Let's see what happens. Oh, I still sit on the other one. That's pretty annoying, isn't it? Oh, right. See, this is so interesting. It should not have done this. Let's work together here. What happens if I do this? Aha! There you go. See? Learned something again. So it depends on the construction line. See this? Outside? Inside? Oh no, it wasn't that one. Oh, it was the flip one. Sorry. There you go. See, this is great now because now I can copy this up. So what we do is we now take everything, obviously apart from this. So we copy up, go to the next level, paste it in. And now what I want to do is, let's see an elevation. Obviously I want to go up the same angle. Okay, so I have to reduce this again. So to do this, again, you measure here. It's very simple. You measure from here. So I have to reduce this by, make sure I get this right, 718. Okay, so you go back here to your 2D. Let's select everything. Maybe it does the walls too. We'll see in a moment. So 718. Let's go over here. No, didn't do that. Well, never mind. So we do this first. Go in here. 718. I always like to show you quickly. It's easier. So you reduce this one. See, there you go. Now you reduce this one. So you select the walls, but you have to probably ungroup. Let's see if we can move them in. I'm not sure if it does all of them. Oh yeah, now interesting, now it works. So we go there. Elevation. Perfect. See, let's go back to our 3D. There we go. Okay, look, what do we do is obviously the next one. I want to show you on this level the columns, because that's quite important before we go any further. So let's go down to level, which one do we have? Level 11, but you know what? Let's go and take a column. Let's take one of those. This one here. So we copy and paste this back in here. Make this a bit more straight. All right, cool. Now I want to, the column, because column has the same one. So if you go in here, you can actually have the same angle of the column, right? So you do 78.7. We see which way it goes in a moment. It's going this way, which is great. And then you move that in. Now to do this exactly, I like to move now my other elevation into the middle here. Let's have a quick look. We should be able to see the middle, right? Quite nicely. Yeah, that's the middle there. Let's move this away. there. Okay, take this one and we drag this there. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so there you go. See, that's the column. It looks good to me, so we could actually move this in here. Okay, let's have a look in 3D. Always gotta check if that works nicely, because yeah, I thought so. See, yeah, see the glass. We need to move the glass further in, which is here the 50. Just do this. Let's make this 70. See, now you have a gap. You see here the gap? It moved. Let's go back. It was exactly here. So this will be, that's not good if you render and it's not good. The glass goes straight here. It will give you problems. So now the glass is set back. If you set it back more, let's make it 80. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. So let's do the same with those ones. And we do 80. Great, let's get back to our column here. And now the column, we do the same as before. We just go and spread it out by 3 meters. Pick path, rotate to path, and we hopefully should be able to get a path here. As long as it goes around, see that will do, that's fine. Yeah, that path is okay for me. And there we go. Oops, go this way, this way. Ah, look, see, there you go. It didn't take the path correct, so you got to be careful here. Undo this. Let's try again. Ah, that's odd. It does take the path. See this? Okay, I'll try one more time. Let's have a quick look. See, this path looks definitely correct. Well, let's have a look. If I go slowly here. Not sure what happened. It works this time. Computer software. What can I say? Alright, so it's looking great. Okay, so as you can see, that's the way you do now, obviously, the columns on an angle. If you want to angle this more, then it gets smaller and smaller quicker. Okay, but for me, I think if I go higher up like this, I quite like it like that. Okay, there's actually one more thing I want to show you before I continue, and that has to do with the column distance going up to the next level and next level. So if I select them all here, you can see how many columns you got. You got 86 columns. So I think there is a way to actually make them, you know, when they go up to the next level, that they actually match up. So let me try to do this quickly. So there's 86. So I delete the others, take this, and instead of going spread, I go distribute. I go 85 now, obviously, and I want to go -1. Let's just try this, and I'll show you what I mean. If that works, that would be great. So you zoom in. By the way, it's important that if you click here, then you know, if you click down here, then you start here. That's not good. So you have to pretty much click in the middle there. Okay, let's see if that works. So now you see it's distributing along, 85 of them, and I want to go obviously all the way to there. Alright, so all the distance, you know, it's pretty much, it's similar to before, but it's obviously a lot more accurate now. The distance is really exactly the same. So if I go up to the next level now, and 12, paste this in. Let's go to elevation 1. All right, we're down here at the moment. Okay, fair enough. So I move this in. Let's try the same again. So we take this and we keep it obviously at 85 minus 1. Okay, so you click there, let's see what happens here. So it distributes again all the way around, and we finish off. So I got a feeling they look a lot more. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's hard because obviously it's getting smaller, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference. I mean, actually here it looks pretty straight above each other. Yeah, then here it's offset again. So it's quite hard. If you got an idea how to do this more accurate, you're welcome to tell me. Okay, so like I said, I'll just add the other couple of levels now. Okay, number 20, level 20. So columns, select all, deselect, then we go here. Just one more time. That's what you do. You go and measure. This is exactly 726. So we reduce this by 726. There we go. 726. Do the same with the walls. Suspend again, so we can do that. Yep, 726, and we go and move the last column in too. There we go, we drag this one in. Perfect, and we do our 85 distribution. Click there in the middle and just make sure you go slowly there, because I think I found out before, yes, even slowly sometimes doesn't work. Just do it again. It will work. Don't know why ARCHICAD has a little bit of a problem sometimes. Slowly, yes, you know. No, it seems to work. Very odd. Oops. No, this way. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, looking good to me. Let's look at all of them. There we go. It's starting to look pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Now I want to obviously add a roof, and then we add the bottom bit to finish it off. Now the roof. For the roof, I like to create a roof with a shell. So let's look at the elevation here. We got a side view. All right. So what I like to do is put a shell roof up here from that and over there, obviously, but I like to angle it down to this level. So I have a look at this level, which is level 10, 11. All right, so let's go down to level 11. Okay, so 11, you take this one, you copy the slab, we go back up to level 20, and you paste that back in. And for now, I want to move it down here. Okay, so now you can use the slab to cut the shell into shape, but I just used to it using a polyline or a spline. So let's take the spline and you just space click. Okay, you know what? That's not very good. Let's just use the polyline. Yeah, that looks better. All right, so we got the polyline here, and you draw a shell. Simple on 0 level. For now, I have a 200 thickness. Keep all this on 90. Put it on a material and on a shell layer. So I want to just overlap it this side and this side a little bit. So let's just start roughly here. Go over here that way and click again. Okay, so this is a simple shell shape. I'll show you. Okay, so that's just like this. I use that one up here and this one. Good, of course we gotta extend this way. It doesn't matter how long for now, so that's all good. And then you can cut now this shell to this shape. So you select the shell, you do a right click and you say define shell contour, and you just click inside of this shape. Whoops, obviously with space click, I should have done that first. There you go. So define shell contour, hold down space bar and you click. Right, let's have a look what we got. There you go. So you got this shape now. Great. And what is important, this shape. Oh yeah, of course, it's all cut out. So this shape is now, the shell shape is connected to this polyline. So if you draw, if you move this out, that's the shell at the moment. Okay, let's see what happens. Do you see that? It's not good. So back, and what you have to do is make sure you select both of them and you group this. Okay, so anytime you move that shell now, the spline will move too, obviously if the group is not suspended. Okay, so if I now, let's try, this is the shell, it's, yep, and you drag it down here. Now the shell still looks the same. So that's really important. You can obviously convert this to a morph, then you don't have to drag it around the polyline tool, but it's much easier. Well, it's not easy, but I like it that way. Alright, good. So let's drag it back, because the next bit I want to do is open this elevation. There we go. So I have this one, and now I like to rotate this. So you can suspend groups, that's fine. We just rotate this. It shouldn't rotate anyway the polyline, because it's in 2D. So what I want to do is just move it that way a bit. You know, have this roughly straight here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And now I would like to drag this down to this level. This is, again, I'm just designing it as we go. I just have a look what happens for now. Alright, there you go. Let's see how high we are. Yeah, that's not too bad. See, I should really, see, this is almost straight. Again, let's just, for the purpose of this tutorial, move it down here a bit. So let's just go and rotate this, you know, so I can just close the gap at the top here. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. I like it. So let's go back here. Yeah, you can see where the spline tool obviously is still there. What we do is now next, we obviously take this, make sure you unsuspend groups, and we drag this over to our main building. Okay, so you move this there. Now, if you want to have this exact, you have to go down to, remember we copied level 11, and we show this as trace reference. There we go. So you can, as you can see, we're slightly off. So you go zoom in and you just keep dragging this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, 3D. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, that looks pretty great. And now it's going in here a bit inside. You see that? There you go. It's going inside a bit. Okay, so let's just move this up by, let's move it up by 3/6, a full story. There you go. See, now it's overlapping. And that's for this, you know, for this tutorial, what I like to do. That's perfect, perfect. All right, so next, actually, you know what? This is quite all right. We can just select all this at the top. I should have really grouped this, but it's a bit late now, isn't it? That's it. And we undo this one. Now the wall, I don't have it. I got it here actually. Let's just make this 6. And we go around. It needs a bit more. I'll cut this off in a moment. Good. And columns. Let's make them 8. Beautiful. Alright, cool. So what we have now So you can go now and do this. So we grab all this, go all the way down to here. Because the shell tool is selected already, I can now just go here and say select trimming roof shell, use roof shells from current selection, I say trim. Let's see what happens. Bit of work for ARCHICAD, but you know what, that was actually quite fast. And tell you something else, I think we want to do this down here. That was interesting. Let's go back. That was a bit too much cutting there. Alright, I have to be careful here because he was saying, ah, look, it cuts it there. Ooh, interesting, interesting. So, let's have a look. First, we go to this level. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's good. See, this is what I said before. You know, even I gotta learn stuff too while I'm sort of discovering what you can do with ARCHICAD. Okay, we gotta go different approach. So first, let's just select those, and I like to turn off that layer. So this layer I want to turn off. Yep, and I want to turn off this layer. Right, cool. So to be able to not cut this one, we just simply have to cut those ones. I show you. So you go there, see this way, do another one, we cut there to there, see those polygon points. Because if I now, I show you, if I now go like this and like this and I trim, it obviously only trims what I've selected. See, so we got 3 more to trim. So this one is in there. It's very simple. It's good to turn layers off, as you can see, because then you can clearly see what you do. This one, yeah, I'm sure that will be fine because the shell goes a little bit further down, I remember. So take this, and trim. Yeah, see, that's perfect. Now, if I go back to my export, which I got the layers turned on, I got it obviously now cut the rest off. But the next bit is now, let's put in some windows. That'll be exciting because you want to look that side out too. How do we do this? Now again, shape, you know, I took the shape from here, so it's overlapping here. Again, it's all done. Oh, now I just saw that we cut 2 of those off. Can you see here? That's very annoying. How do you fix that? You click on this one, you go in there and you don't trim it. And you do this one, go there, and you don't trim it. Alright, cool. Beautiful. Now, how do we do put some windows in? This is actually quite interesting. Let's go to this level here. Yes, what level do we have here? Come on, so what you do is you click on this one, tells you level 12. Alright, let's go to level 12. 12, excellent. Slab, you take the slab and you copy the slab. Alright, so what we do is we just copy and we paste it back in. Alright, so you got 2 slabs exactly in the same spot. Obviously, I like to take this slab and move this up now. So what you do is, let's just elevate this by 500 for now. And we have a look in our elevation. Alright, because you will see straight away something popping out here. See, this takes a bit of a while. By the way, if you want to see, I do this a lot. If I have a sky rise or something, a high rise, I can easily go in here and say, oh look, they just really show me a limited height. So I used it before, so this is 48 to whatever. You can do 200,000, doesn't matter. So if I click OK now, it will obviously get rid of the button, so it's much faster. And I can see I'm a bit too high up. That's all good. 0. How do we do? Yeah, see, that's just redrawing faster, you know, for me, because I'm working there at the moment. Yeah. Okay, now this here is my slab, and I've got that 600. So let's just have a look. I want to move this up. I drag this up to there. Yeah, that's looking good. And let's make this 1200. All right, great. That looks good. So what we do is now we elevate this a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do 8. So we increase copies 8 and set home sort by elevation, yes. And we click and we click and we go up. Obviously 3600. That's what I have from level to level. Nice. So you're not quite there yet, because you have to, let's just select those like this. You have to check. Yeah, see those ones, they're a bit too far out. I mean, again, in theory you should do this level by level, but for me now, tutorial, I just do it like this. So okay, so what we do inside, all you have to do is you click on those, select everything, obviously take that off, reduce them. Remember, I reduced them roughly 600. Operator, as example, you do this. So the next one here would be 1200. Right, then you got 1800. So I can do this quickly. It doesn't, you know, doesn't take long. Right. Select this, just add 600. Deselect, that'll be the target. All right, so see, that's great. I like it. Now, to get those windows in there, what are we doing? We obviously do solid element operation. And we have operator, and I want an intersection. Right, see, there you go. Those are the windows. Now, obviously, as you can see, there are still double faces. So what you do is, you do another SEO. This time, the glass, let's call it, you know, the glass will be the operator elements, and the shell will be the target. But what you do is you subtract. See? There you go. Now to make sure, I want to obviously add here glass. That's important. Let's do this glass. Let's make it glass 2. Great, let's see what we got in full view. Okay, that's the glass. Looks pretty cool. And as you can see, obviously there's small, you know, you have to adjust that. You know, it's like, it's my tutorial, but it looks pretty cool. So if you do a bit more design, you know, and a bit more thinking what you want to do, and a bit more time, obviously, you can fix all this. I just give you the skills to do this. Now, I just noticed, you maybe noticed, that the glass seems cut off. This has to do, if you have come across this before, this glass here is obviously a slab. Okay, let's try to select this. It's not that easy, is it? Okay, see, that's the floor slab. I copied and I made the glass out of it. And you can see it's interfering with this glass here. So that has to do with the layer setting. So I know they are on the glass is on the floor layer. So you can obviously change the glass and move it on another layer. It might still interfere with it. So for this purpose of the tutorial, I know it's in the floor plan on the floor layer, which I got everything on 1 at the moment. So let's just put floors on number 2, working on street number 2, and export number 2. Yeah, so the floors are number 2. You see what happens here. It should fix this up. It doesn't interfere anymore. There you go. Great, looking good, looking good. All right, now finish off the bottom floor. Okay, the bottom floor, I just like to make it a little bit wider window and a lot more on an angle. So what we do is we select this and let's move our slab out by 5 meters. There we go, and obviously I have to make sure I move the cut out to my slab. There we go. All right, let's take the wall. As always, we have glass, and let's have a look at the elevation. Okay, cool. So we obviously have to make this higher, extend. I got it 5 meter level. There we go. And then we measure this with M. It's a very quick one here. So there we go. Actually, you know what? I need to measure the angle first, isn't it? Let's go from there and want to angle it just there. Zoom in a bit, roughly 135. Okay, so we select and we have 135, and as we learned, we can just flip it around. Okay, that should look good. Let's have a look. Yeah, see? Perfect. So now we take the column from the top, one of those. Yep, we copy and we paste it down. And make sure you take the middle here, there you go, and move it all the way over here for our frame. Okay, make sure where I am. There, let's have a quick look. Okay, yeah, that's good. So we select this and we go in here, and columns don't go like, I can't do 135, it doesn't work. Watch this, 135, it always goes only just up to 90. So 135 minus 90 is 45. So I need 45 and I need it 5 meters high. Okay, it's unfortunately rotated this way, but that's okay. So we just take 90 degrees and that should just fit now. Yeah, correct. Okay, next bit is, as last time, we at the top floors we distribute 85. Pick a path. Okay, all the way back here. Let's have a look. Yes, this looks great. There you go. Beautiful. Let's have a quick look at the wide render. Okay, looking great. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I see you back next time. Bye for now.